We are organizing the qualifications now for the next World Wingsuit League Grand Prix. We picked a place. Jeb suggested we should go to the place where he did the famous YouTube hit "Grinding the Crack." The Grand Prix itself has to be a more interesting TV experience, and we have to create better technology, like how we can stream the POV footage from the athletes live to the TV viewers. So we're gonna test that. But more than that, it was also like, we want to meet the next athletes. From the last year's event, we invited 8 fastest to come back to participate for this event. And all the other 8, so there's going to be 16 pilots together, the other 8 needs to qualify. That's why I'm actually here in Switzerland. I'm like learning about these guys, who truly are these fastest pilots and how they find these lines. So the qualification will be an event where we can actually see how a person flies and then how they deal with the stress. Because if you think about like what we do, we already have a dangerous element, and then you add the competition on top of it from people that actually compete with big money, so that adds so much more danger. And then when you have to be, usually when you jump at your own time and at your own pace. But on our event, when the lights turn red, you gotta go. So it adds a lot of pressure, and it takes a certain type of person who can deal with it. There can be some really fast guys who don't play well with others. That's the same with NFL. There's some really good kids who are really talented athletes, but they're total dickheads. Like, they don't get signed, and they wonder why. Like, I was the fastest, I was doing this, but I just didn't get the opportunity to become pro. It's the same with us. Not in the same scale of the circumstances, but in the end, it's about representing yourself and the sport in good lights. But it's not all about you. It's about the sport, and we all grow together. We're going to be in a high-stress environment for a long time. So, is it doable? That is the question. Our event will be executed professionally and safely. So I need to assure the people on the other side of the table today about these issues. So we'll drive over to Zurich, and we'll do I think an entire day of meeting. But I'm kind of keen to go see how it actually looks like, and then hopefully we'll get the permit to do it.
There used to be a flight zone, but they're actually flying direct over the sea, over the lake. So and he said there's no event plan for that day, so pretty much. But the main thing he told me again, communication. He said he will put it on the website of the paragliders, so he will tell them for the information there will be some kind of a test going on for the wingsuit pilots. Basically, the mayor of the
Wallenstadt, he's an outdoor person, so he understands the importance of this kind of a sport, how much like revenue and publicity, like for tourism, how it can really elevate a little town like that. So he's very cooperative and understands you. And then the lady who owns the farm, she's amazing, and quite a house they have. Hey, they like. When you live in Switzerland, you have one of the most amazing wingsuit proximity line in your backyard, literally. That is your backyard. They have the crack there, and then everyone lands in your background. So you don't need to travel the world, because the world will come to you. So I think she was really happy about that she has something special in the back of her house. The whole flight line, there's a cable car goes up from the other side of the mountain, and then it's about a half-an-hour hike for all the jumpers to go to the exit point. So they're gonna jump. You have to have a fairly good flight line just to be steep enough, because you want to dive into the crack. So you kind of want to have an effective flight. So you always diving gives you the angle way out. So if you feel like you're not gonna make it, you just fly more effectively and you almost get a lift out. So you want to jump, and you want to fly really well over the crack, and then go in really steep, and then you fly in the crack and then come out of it. But when you come out of the crack, you still have at least half a kilometer, 500 meters of altitude. So then you can actually open your parachute and fly way down to the village. But for the turnarounds and for the qualification and the timing, we actually wanted to have one of the fields just at the end of the crack. Set the point here with the camera line. When a pilot flies through here the crack, we can actually gather that information in real time. So that's the next problem to be solved. I have a good vibe in my stomach that we are not only creating this event, but we are in the beginning of something very special. It's a first step of a beautiful new sport. So I'm stoked. My motto is for this year, anyone who should be in the race are going to be in the race. All we need to make sure is that everyone who decides to come are current and are on top of their games, because it's going to be on.
Smoke. Come on!